Hello again. In this video, we are now going to talk about the nature of international cooperation. So in this video, I presented the thoughts of two scholars, Robert Axelrod and the other one is John Mersheimer. Robert Axelrod is a liberal, so he is optimistic about the nature of international cooperation. On the other hand, John Mersheimer is a realist, so he's a skeptic. So I find it that these two persons, their ideas about international cooperations are forms of polemic. So it's beautiful or it's good to counter them or to place them or and compare their ideas about international cooperation. So for Robert Axelrod, cooperation is different from harmony. Cooperation can only exist in certain situations that contain a mixture of conflicting and complementary interests. So basically, let's contextualize it with the assumption of liberalism, particularly neoliberalism. So cooperation is different from harmony. There's no such thing as international harmony because why? Neoliberalism assumes that the international situation, tandaan ha, neoliberalism to, not the liberalism in general. Neoliberalism assumes that the international system is anarchic. So there's no such thing as harmony. So what is present is international cooperation because states will what? Will, in the second point, will adjust their behavior to the actual or anticipated preferences of others. Okay, so here are the efforts of international structure on cooperation. Kasi di ba, anarchic situation leads to insecurity, which led to state competition para sa mga realist. So para naman sa mga liberals ito, international structure provides a payoff structure. Wherein the greater the conflict of interest, the higher the likelihood of defection or betrayal. It also provides the situation of the shadow of the future about the role of absolute gains in promoting initiatives for cooperation. And then the international structure, since anarchic siya, it compels states to be what? To become reciprocal in their dealings with others. Since kung hindi ka maging reciprocal or hindi mo ibabalik yung favor na ginawa ng other state, baka itong state na to yung magiging kalaban mo in the future, or it might get other actors, state actors, to be your enemies. Thus leading to different types of interaction like multilateral games. When we talk about games here, we refer to the game theory wherein you predict different options a state can pursue, and then you assign values to them and then assign priorities, and then you solve these numerical values, and then yeah, you make predictions. So you will discuss this in your political analysis class. And bilateral games. So similar to sa discuss ko kanina, the difference is that multilateral games occur within three or more states, bilateral games, two states. And then the role of issue linkages. So it has something to do with the reality of diplomatic affairs. Okay, if you will notice, the discussion of realism and liberalism usually look on military and economic cooperation, or not cooperation but engagement. However, we need to look at them at what? In reality, hindi siya nangyayari as discrete exchanges between the two or among two states involving in those kinds of military or economic engagement. Lagi yang may link na issue. So, it may be economic link to military. So, for example, dito, ang example ng economic link to military is yung engagement ng United States sa Latin America. So, although the United States will not invade Latin American countries, these Latin American countries are forced to welcome those military forces and bases ng United States. Tapos, kapag nakapag-establish na yung mga military doon, darating na yung mga American multinational companies to operate in those Latin American countries. So laging may linkage. In reality, lagi siya may linkage. Hindi siya nag-act as one or as an independent sector doing a lone wolf um, operations to another state. So, para naman kay Mersheimer, international cooperation is, in short, kumbaga sa meme, it's a joke. For Mersheimer, institutions are basically a reflection of the distribution of power in the world. They are based on the self-interested calculations of great powers, and they have no independent effect on state behavior. For for realists, two factors inhibit cooperation: considerations for relative gains and then the concern about cheating. Basically, if you will see the points of Mersheimer, you will see that they are valid. And then this is what distinguishes, or this is the highlight of Mersheimer's thought about international cooperation, that international cooperation only occurs because of the interest of great powers. So makikita mo yan in the formation of international organizations. Sino ba usually ang nag-initiate ng formation ng international organization? It's usually the superpower, the hegemon, League of Nations, United Nations. There was also a case in Southeast Asia before that there was an attempt to create a regional organization which was led or initiated by Japan. It's the AMF, or the Asian Monetary Fund. However, hindi siya natuloy kasi wala siyang approval ng United States. So that kind of cooperation did not pursue because walang approval ng great powers. In this case, United States. Look at the other international organizations or regional organizations that are forming under the auspices and guidance of China. Like, for example, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, the Belt and Road Initiative, the AIIB, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. So in that case, ayun nga, it proves that Mersheimer's ideas are valid.